So today we've got the Rock and Roll Strategy Guide. If you want to watch me play Fall Guys live, I stream it on Twitch every day and I'd love to see you there sometime. So the starting position for this level is somewhat helpful. I think it's a lot more useful to be on the leftmost side or the rightmost side. I think being in the middle lane is actually a disadvantage. So if you're on the left lane or the right lane, I think you've got an easier time. The randomness in this level is low. Really, I think the only aspect of randomness could possibly be how good your push is in the first initial set when you're pushing your ball down the lane. But I think that's probably related to teammates more than anything else. The technicality of the level is also low. A bit of grabbing, a bit of pushing, understanding the level a little bit. It's relatively low. So now we're on to the strategy section, and the first strategy is being on the edge. I did mention this a second ago, but I think that if you're in the leftmost lane or the rightmost lane, it's more beneficial for you than being in the middle lane. This is because opponents can only really approach your ball from one direction, so you only have to defend from one direction. And if your ball gets pinned against the wall, I think this is an easier way to overcome it than if your ball is going back and forth in the middle of the pitch where it's in the middle. I think it's easier to deal with if it's against a wall. So the next strat is pushing the ball. Ball pushing in this game is very important. Being over the ledge first is extremely beneficial to your team. You should always try and be over the ledge first. It won't always happen, but you should really aim for that. And everyone should be pushing the ball to start with until you get to the trap pillar. So the trap pillar is when you get about 3/4 of the way down the lane, you have to take your ball to the left or right side to avoid a spongy object in the middle. And it'll get trapped on one of these pillars. And what you need to do is you need to force it out of that corner, because you could easily push it into a corner there, which is the trap. So you need to prepare for this by going into the wall and jumping to push your ball out of that corner with a greater impact. You want to move the ball diagonally back to the middle and to the opposite side for maximum efficiency. Right, so we've got past the trap pillar. After you've guided your ball past the trap pillar, it's time to split up your party. About 2 to 4 players should run ahead and drop down and prepare to perform 2 vital roles. You should always leave a couple of pushers to push it over the final ledge lip. So the first role is grabbers. They should run forward, drop down and wait for your ball to drop. You want to look out for harassing players and grab them as they try to intercept your ball. If you do this well enough, it is a completely winning strategy. This is why it's easier on the left and the right lane, because you only have to dodge from one place. But if you're dropping down and only one person has come to intercept it, you grab them and your ball has a free line to the exit. And once it builds up enough speed as it's rolling down the ramp, it becomes pretty unstoppable and they don't have enough speed to even catch up with it. So this role is the most vital role and is really, really important. This is the role that you want to use to win. So failing that, you've got role 2, the harassers. These people want to run forward and drop down and wait for your opponent's balls to drop,
preventing it from rolling downhill.
This role is more advised if your pushing was bad. If you're not first over the lip, if you're like second or third, it's probably that people are already set up ready to intercept you. Or if you're in the middle lane possibly as well, people might be ready to intercept you. So at this point it becomes necessary to harass other players to stop them from pushing their ball and winning. So you can notice how role 1 and role 2 kind of counter each other. If you've got loads of harassers, then the grabbers aren't going to be able to grab all of them. However, if you've got loads of grabbers versus loads of harassers, you can grab all of them and your ball gets a free ride. So it's a kind of up in the air how you divide this, but the grabbing strategy is a winning strategy. The harassers is a fallback position if you're not doing very good on the pushing. So now we're on to the tips and tricks section. So the tip number 1 is only one pusher. You do only need one pusher after the ledge if your ball is uncontested. So for this reason, consider lowering your pushers to 2 or 3 after the trap pillar and focusing heavily on the grabbing strategy. Because again, it is a winning strategy. If you can grab everybody that tries to intercept your ball, you have won. So tip number 2, balls to the wall. If your ball is pinned to the wall by harassers, as a team you should get in front of it and start to jump. This will begin to push your ball over their heads and allow it to begin rolling again, or it will force them to reposition, which allows you to reapply the grab strategy and grab people as it's rolling sideways across the pitch. You can grab people to stop them getting in front of it, which is a really, really good strategy. So tip number 3 is bumps in the road. Whilst rolling at the beginning, you don't really want to try and force the ball over the speed bumps. You kind of want to use gravity and the momentum of the ball itself to keep it rolling at a nice pace and just kind of go with the flow of it. So the final tip, tip number 4, is bulldozer speed. So I'm not entirely sure what starts a bulldozery mob in this level. If you're looking at Hit Parade, it's because of the spinners that cause the massive bulldozering to happen. However, if you get it in this level, it is extremely useful. If you notice your team are starting to sort of bulldoze into each other and sort of create like a big ball themselves, you want to utilize that to help you push, because it's a really good impact and it really gets that ball rolling really quickly. So that is it for the strategy and tips and tricks for Rock and Roll. A pretty nice level. I do like this one, even though sometimes it can be up in the air with like how good your team is. But I feel like really good when I stop people from intersecting my balls. So have a watch of the videos and you can see the strategies in play. If you want to see me play Fall Guys live, I stream it on Twitch every day and I'd love to see you there sometime. In the meantime, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Slime Climb is your favourite. Slime Climb is like Reddit's most popular as well. This one's a tough one. I don't know whether we're going to win this. It's just up to luck, I think. How good are we at pushing? Sometimes it seems like not very good at all. Like we're the worst at pushing right now. Well, that's a good bulldoze though. Bulldozing works. Just got to say, bulldozing works. Now we need to get it out from there. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead. Try and stop people. Grab him. Grab this dude. Nice. Excellent. Oh, that's how you play Rock and Roll, boys. That's why it's better to be on the sides. You low-key carried with grabs. I know. Grabbing is so important. Like, not much I can do. If I go down there and there's 2 or 3 people waiting for you, there's not a whole lot you can do about that. But, like, grabbing is super important. And that's, like, half the battle, I think. That's why I don't like being in the middle. Because you can't defend from both sides. People tend to pick on the middle. But it looks like the middle... I don't know. Nice. Was that some clapping there? Oh yeah, this guy. Teams can be uneven in this. Hard to tell though, unlike Fall Ball, because I think blue might have 1 less. It seemed to, I mean, we've got 8, they've only got 7, I think. But one thing that you don't want to do is knock all your teammates over, because then it really slows your ball down. And you want to make sure you don't get caught on the side as well. See what I mean? Sort of slowed us down there. One person is sent running. When you get to about 40%, yeah, we need to push it sideways, this. Yeah, good. And then we need to push it like that way. They need to send somebody to go and defend other balls. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grab this blue player. Good, well done. Perfect, easy. Easy game, easy life. And this blue player can die because why not? But yeah, so if you can get down there nice and quick, you want to send people ahead to block other people's balls, but also when your ball's coming down, grab people. If you've got enough people down there, grab people so your ball can get momentum and just keep going, you know? That's the ideal. That was perfect. That was a perfect game. We were nice and speedy. We all kind of came out at the same time. We didn't get stuck on a corner very much, and my teammate, props on him, grabbed the blue guy like I was gonna to allow momentum to fully go. So good stuff. Like, I think a strategy guide might be difficult for, let's say, like a 7-year-old, because they might not use what they've learned. Trust me, I teach 7-year-olds. They don't use what they've learned. You teach them a bit of math and they don't like, what? What's going on? I don't understand. We're a bit early on that one there, mate. There you go, good pushing. I'm gonna let those push. And we'll try and block off somebody that walks to our side. This guy. Like this guy too. Yep, there you go, perfect. Perfect. All about the grabs, son. All about the grabs.